So, first of all, thank you so much for 5k. It's absolutely incredible. And as promised, here is a new updated editing tutorial. And yes, I am German. English is my first language, so there will be a bit of an accent. I hope you don't mind. Let's get started. So, we're in CapCut, and we're going to pick up our pictures. This is a Bulletstone edit, because I was feeling it, to the song Back to Friends. I will not even try to pronounce the artist. He's incredible. Like, I will literally, you will laugh, and I don't want to get laughed at today. I'm just gonna pick the pictures here, as you can see. I like to do pretty high quality pictures. I think it makes it look better, and I always put them all in the same size, so always 1x1, which is also like the size of an Instagram picture. And I just put them all into size, make them nice, put them in the middle, just so everything looks cohesive, and you don't have like these big black lines that you sometimes see in some edits where they are not all made to be one size. That's just CapCut filling up the space, and they have to do it, otherwise they wouldn't be able to accept correctly. Then we just choose the song. I download all my songs online, so I copied the link on Spotify and I download it, and it works very well for me because it was a very nice clear sound. And just listen to the song, pick out the part you want. Usually I go for anything between 20 seconds to a minute, longest YouTube lasts, but I don't usually go below. I feel like I have a little more space to edit. It's really fun, and it just looks better the more time you can have between pictures. I personally think, at least. But yeah, then you just shorten the pictures so they fit the parts you want to edit. This is, I think, the hardest part of editing. You kind of want to make sure it matches really well and cut it perfectly. Otherwise you have like a little bit of weird overlap later where your text doesn't perfectly fit with the lyrics. And that can be a little annoying. At least I always get super annoyed when this happens to me, and I kind of just want to throw the whole edit out. But I have learned to avoid that. It's really just listen, the bigger you make your editing line, the easier it is. I just fade out the music there. I always do that. And if I add the CapCut end credit, I hate this. And then it goes to how I make my transitions. So I use the little triangle. Oh no, it's not triangle. What do you call those in English? They're shaped like a kite, I would say. But yeah, I forgot the names. Don't blame me right now. I will tell you the name the moment I remember them. But I move them all, make all my pictures a lot bigger before I start making my transitions between them. This way I can just go through them one by one very quickly, very easily. This is for the zoom out animation I always have in my edits. It's the one I use most commonly. I used to do this with animations, but they kind of pull the pictures weirdly. It doesn't look as smooth as it does this way. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing here, adding my little points and making them all move by themselves. There you can see it. Very nice. How they zoom out. You can also do the other way around. Then I add a graph. I like to use the Flow 2 graph. It's my favorite graph. You can use any graph. You can try around with this. Like, this is just the way I do it. You make your own thing out of this. Don't copy me. Make your own thing. It's going to be gorgeous. I already know it, and I'm super excited to see what you guys do. I see it all the time. You're all so talented. It's actually incredible. Yeah, I just do that. I will also show you in a second how to do the animation where it looks like the picture's moving down or up or from side to side, which I will do about right now, I think. This is pre-recorded. I'm just doing a voice over here. So if you want to make it look like your picture's moving down, I think I have strung here for a hot second. This is also something you can do, but this is me messing up. by actually tapping on rotate accidentally. But you can use this actually and make a spinning animation, which is also really cool, but I really never use because I haven't quite figured out how to make it look good, which is sad because it's cool. Here you can see the spinning. Not what I meant to do, but you can also do that, which is fun. Now you know that. But yeah, what we're actually going to do is we're putting the picture up a little bit, just so you have a little playroom there. Wiggle room, I like to call it. And then you go to transformation to adjust, and you go to the y-axis and move the picture down. This way it's going to go down in a straight line. You don't have like shakiness in your transition or your animation. And you can also do the exact same thing the other way around, or from side to side as I'm doing here. Sometimes you need to adjust the picture's size when you do this, because most pictures are either 1:1 ratio or more lengthy ratio. But yeah, this works beautifully too. I also really like this, especially for like faster songs where it's like shorter pictures, so it's like it moves very quickly from side to side. Love it. But for this one, like I said, I used the zoom out animation, or made the zoom out animation myself, which I really like to do. It's just my most common. I think you've seen it all. Actually, it's very used on 99% of my edits. Again, with the flow too. Then, okay, I have not figured out if this does anything, but I always add the dissolve animation between all my edits. It's like a transition. I don't think it does anything, but it's a tick. Like, I have to do it. I don't know why. I don't feel safe in my own space if I don't do that. Now I do filters. I live for my filters well, not right? Here are some of my favorites. I really like the Humble one. ABG is also amazing. Deep Sand and Flipped. I can eat those all day. For this one I'm using Deep Sand. And then I'm always using two. I think I'm using... Alright, I found a new one, which I really liked, which I haven't saved, but Jazz is it. I like the shadiness it gives. So I did this one. I just discovered it shortly before editing. So yeah, also adding this one. And then what makes... I think what's like a little bit... Like what my edits are known for, I guess, is this right here, the Old of the Womb. Then also get a bit pinkiness, and of course the shadow around the outside. That's just, it just makes it all look like cinematic. I love it. I have an obsession. And then I use the same effect on every edit for a while now, which is under video effects. And it's the soft effect. It just gives it like this glow and makes it a bit brighter. I really like it. And I also just put that over the entire video, which is very pretty. Like, look at it. I like it. It's fun. You don't, again, find your own style. You don't have to do this. Now we can just go type out the lyrics step by step. And I downloaded all my fonts. This one's my favorite, Birds of Paradise. Obsessed with it. And I download all my fonts from thefont.com. That's just a website you can freely download any font you want. You just add it to your CapCut very easily. It's great. And yeah, I'm just figuring out how I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to add the next lyric as the background text. You've all seen it before. Yeah. Here are also my saved fonts that I like to use. But we're going to use an download one, which is Verve. I don't know. Really like this one too. Like, these two together, I think, make the most common font combination. And I'm just choosing color pink for these two because they're in love. You know, have to make it fit. Usually I measure with the character color, or like what I associate with the characters. But since Blitzstone for me is like the red and white, and then for me, Blitzstone, oh god, going to embarrass myself here. Hearthstone is the red and white, then Blitzen is like gold. It's kind of hard to combine that and make it look nice, so I'm going with pink here. Just checking that it's nicely overlaid, nice size. And then I'm checking here if this is too long, if I do the entire lyric for the next part. I felt like it is, so I'm actually going to shorten this, make it a two-parter. Sounds weird, but it's just that it's going to be how can we go? Back. And then the back is going to disappear. And it's going to be to being friends at the next part. Oh no, actually I did the exact other way around. The How Quick Go disappears and the back to friends then appears before the back. Well, it's hard to explain, but you see on screen what I'm doing. And you can see my text is very simple. I don't really like doing too much. I'm a maximalist in life, but simplest when it comes to my edits. Always have been, I don't know why. But again, try out. You will find your own style. Sometimes an animation to the smaller text, so to my front text. But I have started to do that less. I feel like it only looks good if I only have like one text on screen, like one type of text. And the moment I have two, it always looks a little too much, and I don't like that. It's distracting from what's going on in the actual edit. So yeah. While here, I have been thinking about doing a little Q&A, so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I would love to answer them, maybe in a video form like this, now that you know my very tired voice. Okay, this is a little more personal. This feels like a very long voice message to all of you, which is crazy, because there are 5,000 of you. 5,000 beautiful, beautiful people who have decided to stay, and I'm so incredibly thankful for that. It's crazy. I've met incredible people on here, and I'm just going to tell you all this while you can watch me edit beautiful text to a very nice edit. You might have already seen this by a point I'm uploading this. Kind of depends how fast all of this is going now. Like, sometimes I can't predict how fast this channel grows. So I might be making this, and there are 5,000 people tomorrow. I might be making this, and there are 5,000 people in 3 months. So I don't know if you've seen this edit yet, but it will be posted. Definitely this month, I think. I produce a lot of edits before I post them. Like I probably make 5 to 10 edits a week. That's why I can post twice a day. So yeah, it's kind of for production. That's what I'm doing all the time. Do I have hobbies? No, this is my hobby, sorry. But yeah, just going to add the last little text over here. It's looking very cohesive. That's kind of what I think is most important, the cohesiveness of it all. And I'm also adding up this little fade out animation to these texts, as you can see. Don't do this all the time. I just felt it fitted nice with like the way the music goes here. Then make sure all the big text is behind the smaller text, so you don't have like something like this, where it's like on top. No, we use layer and we put it in the back. Very simple, very easy. And then I'm just doing a little check. I do this all the time to see that everything is placed correctly. It looks very nice. And also the text is not cut off too early in one scene, or is like overlapping with another picture. That's also really important. But everything looks very nice here. Except, I think, yeah, that's also something I don't always do. But here I have added this little gray filter. Again, I just felt it matched the vibe of the edit very nicely. This is kind of intuition. Not like this is something I do all the time. It's like, it's a learning curve, and you kind of just learn what you like and what feels right. It's like, you know, it kind of speaks to you. It sounds weird, creepily poetic, but yeah, the edit kind of speaks to you, and you just follow what you feel. And here, the grey fade found right. And then I also always check that all my filters are correctly aligned, because they sometimes cut off really. But yeah, now I do another check. Doesn't like it. Trust me, I do. I really like this one. I do really like the color. The filters of this. Really fairy tale-y. Just what these two deserve, because they're adorable and also canon. Like, I don't even think we have to discuss this. But yeah. Now I'm just exporting this, which goes really quickly today. Sometimes this will take forever. Yeah, just export it, and then I have this second edit where I just add all my videos, and this is where I have my little overlay and my little watermark saved, so I don't have to redo it every time I make an edit. I just have this one extra CapCut thing open, and I just import my video, cut everything to length, delete the old edit, which clearly has already been posted, or like been deleted because it's no longer there. But yeah, I just put my watermark on top and everything, delete this part, export it again when I see that everything looks nice, which it does. And this way, all my videos are also in the TikTok format. So that's also how I format everything. I just delete the original edit because I don't need it twice on here. I'd like to keep everything very clean. But yeah, that's how I edit. And this is ready to upload. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. Never thought I would say that. But I would really appreciate it. And if you're interested in Q&A, write some nice questions in the comment section. I answer pretty much everything that's not too personal. I love you, and see you in the next edit.